Here we're at gotomath.com. Click on the algebra. We're doing simplifying radical expressions, and we're going to be looking at 7.2. 7.2. Alright, so we have 3 over the square root of something, 63 x to the 15th and y to the 7th. Y to the 7th. So you want to write that down and try to work that out. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this. So there's nothing we can do up here in the numerator, but down here we're going to break this thing up. Okay, we're going to break it up. Pretend there's a fight going on down there. We got to break it up. 63. What do we got there for a perfect square? Is there a perfect square hiding in 63? I believe so. I believe so. I believe it's 9 times 7. 63. X to the 15th. We got x to the 14th. See, we want an even number here because this is the square root, times x, and then of course we can break that up as the y to the 6 times y. Okay, see that? Pretty clear. So if you've looked at some of the previous problems, then you should know how to get an idea of what we're going to be doing here. This is going to stay under the radical. The 7, the x, and the y, those are all three will stay under the radical. However, the square root of 9 times the square root of x to the 14th times, and then we have the square root of y to the 6th, and then I said that 7x and y, they will all stay under the radical. Can't do anything more with them. Alright. Okay, so what do we got now? Well, the square root of 9 is 3, and those 3's will cancel out. So maybe I can skip that step. Right, so the square root of 9 is 3, but we have a 3 up here in the numerator, so we'll be able to cancel that 3 and that 3 out. The square root of x to the 14th is going to be x to the 7th. Right, that's like raising x to the 14th to the half power, and then multiplying 14 times a half gives you 7. Okay, and then we have the square root of y to the 6th. So that's going to be y to the 3rd power, and then right a half of 6 is 3, and then of course we have the square root of 7xy, but we've got to get rid of this radical down here in the denominator, and that means, I'll use a different color here, that means that 7xy over the square root of 7xy should be written there. Okay, so now we've got 1 times the square root of 7xy, so we're going to have the square root of 7xy over, and then of course we're going to have x to the 7th. We're just rewriting this, y cubed, and the square root of 7xy times square root of 7xy is 7xy. Now of course we can simplify down here, rewriting the numerator over. So let's take a look at this. First off, I'm going to pull this 7 out front. Always write our coefficients out front there. We have x to the 7th times x, that's going to give us x to the 8th. And we have a y cubed, and a y, so that'll give us y to the fourth power. Alright, so there you go. Okay, so hopefully you got that answer when you tried to work that out. Alright, so we're over here at gotomath.com, and I'll see you in the next problem. And you know what? I just thought of something. Did I write 7.2? Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, see you in the next problem. Bye.